Welcome back. Thanks for staying tuned. I want to applaud you for getting this far in the series. We're on video 3, Bankruptcy, the untold story and what you should know before considering one. So first, let me say I am not an attorney. This is not legal advice, and you should always check with a competent legal authority before making any decision on any matter that can affect your life, your credit, or any important decision that you make. So this is not legal advice. This is just simply information. So, bankruptcy. Well, there's multiple versions of bankruptcy. There's a Chapter 13, which is simply a repayment plan where you agree to repay some of the debts that are owed. And there's a Chapter 7, which is where you get all of the debts wiped out, most of them anyway, and it will not cover federal tax liens, for example, IRS tax liens, but it will wipe out most of the debts. A big difference between a Chapter 7 and a Chapter 13 is that a Chapter 13 looks better to lenders down the road. So they say, well, he made an effort to repay it back. You know, the guy was headed down the right track. So he's trying to do the right thing. He just got in a bad situation. It happens. Whereas a Chapter 7 looks a little more severe and makes you look a little less responsible as a borrower. You know, of course, these are circumstances that you probably couldn't control, but in the eyes of the lender, that's how they see it. So now, the untold story of bankruptcy and foreclosure as they are related to each other. I have seen it so many times where I get a phone call and, you know, we start to go through the options, we're filling out the worksheet, and they say, yes, I ask, have you filed bankruptcy? Yes, we filed bankruptcy 3 months ago, 6 months ago, a year ago. It stopped the foreclosure, we were able to kind of regroup, and then now here we are again in the same situation. The facts are, you're probably not in this situation because of one or two bad decisions. It's probably a combination of many factors that have led you to be in this position. So 2 or 3 extra months is not likely enough time to get you out of a foreclosure. It's just not likely. So the bankruptcy is really just a temporary solution. Now let me go a little further. On a Chapter 13, if you finish out the plan, you're able to stay in the house, you're making all your bankruptcy trustee payments, and you're making payments on the mortgage. You get to stay in the house, and if you complete the plan, all is well, and you're back to good standing. So it can be a really good tool when used correctly, and depending on your financial situation. So what they don't tell you often is that in a Chapter 13, you're going to have to make these bankruptcy trustee payments. They get all your debts combined, and you go in front of a judge, and the judge of a federal court, and he says, this is, you have to show them all of your income and all of your assets, and they'll say, well, this is how much you can afford to pay towards your debt each month. They tell you how much you can afford, not the other way around. They don't care about your entertainment budget. They don't care that you have to have gas to drive to work. They don't care that you have to pay medical bills and medical insurance. They just don't care. The bankruptcy trustees can be pretty cold-hearted. Let's say, for instance, you have a vehicle payment on your car. You still owe money to the bank. So this is going to be included in your Chapter 13 plan. Well, if you let's say you miss 2 payments on your Chapter 13 trustee payment plan, the bank will come repossess that car and hold it as an asset. So things like that they just don't tell you, and that most people that are in this situation really need a more permanent solution and bankruptcy seems to be more of a temporary relief for most of the people I've seen. So doing a bankruptcy may be a great option for you. Again, I'm not an attorney, I cannot give you legal advice, but it also may not be a good option for you. So why don't you pick up the phone right now, give us a call, or go online to our website, www.savemytexashome.org, make a submission, and my team or myself are standing by to help you with this decision. Thanks so much. We look forward to hearing from you soon.